When we think of the Anzacs in World War I in the Middle East, we think of the Light Horse Brigade and the Battle of Beersheba. But just 1 month after the war ended in 1918, a darker moment in our military history occurred. The massacre took place on December 10th, 1918, in what was then known as Palestine. Soldiers from the Australian and New Zealand armies surrounded the town of Surafend, near the present-day area of Zifrin in Israel. The night before, a New Zealand soldier had been shot and killed by a Palestinian man who was trying to rob him. The soldiers from the Australian and New Zealand mounted unit wanted revenge.
Nobody knows exactly how many were involved. It's widely accepted that the main perpetrators were New Zealanders, but it's also accepted that there are a number of Australians involved and also some Scots who were in the artillery batteries that were part of the division.
They ordered the women and children out of the town and set upon the remaining men with sticks, bayonets and guns. Historical accounts vary, but most estimate between 40 and 100 men were killed and the village torched.
We need to be aware that our history has got things that we should be proud of and blemishes on it as well.
Palestinian Australians say their history has largely been ignored.
History is written by the victors. We were the ones who were defeated, and nobody cared to our narrative.
And Mr. Al-Ramawi says more acknowledgement is needed before healing can occur.
Acknowledgement of a sin or a past sin is the beginning of reconciliation, and it takes a lot of courage to admit that while we know the heroic actions and acts of Anzacs in Palestine and around the world, nevertheless that sometimes heroes do bad things.
The official history books do acknowledge the killings, but it's only ever referred to as an incident. Mr. Al-Ramawi says it's an incident more Australians need to know about. Gianni Blacali, SBS World News.